Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Bree POV, okay? And welcome back to another POV, okay? Now, this one is not so much going to be me talking because I know I talked your head off last time. But let me know down below if y'all don't want so much talking or do y'all want to just chill and watch. Let me know. And then also hit that like and subscribe button if you love a good POV. So, now, if y'all have any questions about me blurring out my background, I blur out my background because I want y'all to focus on what I'm actually doing and not people, not my surroundings. So I just blur out the background. So yeah, so it gives y'all like a chance to focus on what I'm actually doing. So today we are doing a high temp fade um, on his corners and then a temp fade in the back as well. So, with that being said, let's get into this POV. I want to thank everybody for watching my last video. I'm super happy with how everything is coming out, and thank y'all for supporting and subscribing to me. We're almost at that 50 subscriber mark, which I'm so excited about, y'all. And thank y'all for giving me a chance. Okay, so this is my first time cutting this guy's hair. He walked in last minute and he wants a temp fade. Now, I don't know what is it with guys being skeptical about a woman cutting their hair. So he was a little skeptic. I know he was, but it's okay. Um, yeah. So all he wants is a shape up on his beard, take some down a little bit, and then clean his face up, and then give him a high temp fade. That's it. Now, the steps I'm using in here is going to be very, very simple. Like I said, if y'all do want a tutorial, y'all have to request some tutorials. Other than that, I do a lot of POVs, and I just want y'all to actually watch what I'm doing. Not so much of me teaching you, but just watch what I'm doing. I'm always learning. I'm not saying I'm the best barber, but I am a great barber. I am that girl. Um, but yeah, so I am using these TOMB45 trimmers, and let me tell you this is better than any trimmer on the market, hands down. The blade is thin, the crunch is loud, and it's not too sharp. I haven't nicked anybody, I haven't made anybody whelped up. These are zero gapped. Okay, these are super duper zero gapped, and these are good on the skin. Um, the ash line, it creates its own ash line. And I've also been able to use this on kids as well. Um, so yeah, we're using the whole TOMB45 setup. Um, got the green gloves to match, got the green lights going on, and look at that blur. So y'all be able to focus on what's in my hand and what I'm doing to his head. So I did went ahead and made my zero gap line, like my first guideline with my TOMB45 trimmer. I do normally use this trimmer on a lower setting because, especially in the back area, even though if I use it on the highest setting, it's not gonna nick anybody, but I do like to use the low setting. Now I'll go ahead and put some oil on these clippers because, yeah, that's just what I wanted to do because I do this before every haircut. Um, I use oil on my clippers, I clean them, and then I put oil on my clippers mostly every time. Um, that's just how I like to do it. And then I get my blower and then I blow the oil all through there. And then it just makes it glide a little better. That's just my opinion. It makes the haircut smoother. It makes it going against the skin smoother, things like that. So sometimes, I don't know, it's like sometimes when they're not oiled up or whatever, it has like a little friction going against the head. So I like to oil my clippers up. Um, Not with like regular oil. I like to use the H2 cleaning oil for the clippers. So I like to use that. So I go in with it all the way open, and he doesn't have like a huge area to work with. I normally just for his hair, I'm gonna, give it like a small fade and not like a big wide fade because he does have a head where the head comes back a little bit and it's like a little flap of skin, and I don't want that showing like, crazy, So I go in here with my zero all the way open, and then I end up closing it after that. And this is just how I'm testing out this process right here. I never go in with my zero guard all the way open. These are Stylecraft guards, by the way. I find myself working better with these guards instead of the TOMB45 guards. They are nice guards. It's just for particular hairstyles, I do like a closer cut. And with the TOMB45 guards, you cannot, in my opinion, cut so close with them. But they are great guards, especially for this clipper. Now I'm all the way closed with my zero guard. For me, honestly, the best guards in the world are the Stylecraft guards. Um, I got addicted to them when I was using the Gamma Mythics. They were the best. The Stylecraft Mythics, they were the best. I tell you. But I end up giving them away to somebody. I'm a giver. Okay, what can I say? Now I'll go in with my one all the way open. And as y'all can see, I'm not digging in, and I'm making sure to use my comb because his hair is curly. So I want to make sure I'm getting everything that I need to get with this clipper. And then after this, I am going to go in with it all the way closed. And then I'm going to go in with it with my 1.5 guard on all the way closed, and then halfway, and then fully open. So that's what y'all about to see me do. Now, what here, y'all about to see me do some cleanup work. I came back down here and making sure that blend, is blendy, and I'm just using my lever play and then blending what I need to blend. Now, the reason I'm not making tutorials just yet, like nothing crazy, um, is because I want y'all to get to know me first. I want y'all to see me cut. I want y'all to see how I work before y'all try to learn from me, you know. So this is my brand new barber page, and I just I want to build a relationship with y'all. I want y'all to just see me, how I cut, how I move, and um, see if y'all do want to learn from me. And if y'all do, like I said, leave a comment down below, and I will make a video on it. And any questions y'all do have about any clipper or anything, any clippers y'all want me to try out, let me know. I am running a TOMB45 and T-Pop set. I know somebody said something about my set. Okay. They told me I was crazy for having both of these on the same thing, but I can tell you these are the perfect combos. I'm gonna be honest. Perfect combos to have. Now, what addition would I add to this combo? I will add um Oster 76ers, or like the Andes one, or the Oster Octane to this set. My Oster 76ers, I don't know what happened to the battery. The battery is fried. So now I do need a clipper that you don't have to use guards on. You just use the clip. That's what I would add to this set. But anyways, as y'all can see, I'm lining him up just a little bit, nothing too crazy. Sometimes I save my alignments for the end, but sometimes when I don't know, when I am learning a new client, I like to scope as I go. Um, it makes it a better process for me, so I can see how things are going to turn out. So I call it a scoped as you go. Oh yeah, if y'all want to know what camera I am working with, I'm working with the not Osmo, DJI Action 5, Action Pocket, or is it just Action 5? Yeah, DJI Osmo Action 5. I had to choose between the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or the Action 5. I chose the Action 5 just because I want to be a little bit more rougher with the camera. Um, and with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, you do have to be like a little bit more gentle because I don't know, you just got to be a little bit more gentle. With this, I could just slap it on and go. Um, I do plan on doing uh this is most of my work is just gonna be a lot of POVs, lifestyle POVs, outing POVs, tutorial POVs, um, just cutting hair POVs, just POVs in general. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get something just for POVs. Um, yeah, I've done the YouTube where you just have the camera in front of your face. I actually sold my Sony ZV-E10. That's what I recommend for anybody who wants like a camera. And if not, get the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or the Action 5. As y'all can see now, I'm setting my guidelines for his temp fades on the side, the high temp fade. This is when I really want to start his fade right here because um, it's gonna give me a lot more room to fade rather than if I start any higher. I don't want to go too deep into his afro. As you can see, um, he doesn't go deep into his afro when he gets a cut, and this is my first time cutting him, so I do want to make an impression. Um, yeah, I do want to make a big impression on him. So this is how I want to do it. I want to make sure that fade is really blendy, and as y'all can see more of how I do my tint fades on the sides. So I go in with it all the way open, and I'll give it a few pass throughs just to make sure I am nice and neat with the work and everything is getting caught off that it needs to be. Now I go on with the all the way close, come bringing out that bald line that I created with my TOMB45 trimmers, and then I do the same steps. I go on with my 0 all the way open, and then close, and then I go on my 1 all the way open, and then close, and then I move up to my 1.5 guard all the way close, halfway, and then all the way open, and then I just do some cleanup work, and then I will be doing that on both sides of his head. So I know y'all see me bringing out that teapot pencil blade. It is great for small and tight corners. It is great for kids as well. But this is a trimmer that is very sharp, I believe so. Now, if you zero gap this too much, it will be too sharp and you will give somebody a permanent hairline. I did that to somebody when I first zero gapped them, and then I told them, I was like, look, I cut you right here. I cleaned it, everything, sanitized it. I used the green Nick liquid, and then I put on the powder afterwards. Um, but yeah, I told them I didn't keep it from them, didn't hide it. So make sure y'all don't be hiding y'all cuts. If y'all cut somebody, let them know like, hey, I cut you right here. Um, I'm sorry, and yeah, just let them know. Now, all he wanted was to line him up in the goatee area and then trim some off the chin of the goatee. I get these beautiful golden marvelous scissors here, and I just snap a little bit off. Now I don't want to leave it square, so I did round his corners out so it can make it come to a point or whatever, but not too pointy because he didn't ask for it. But I didn't want to leave it just like a little box and it be like all weird looking, like, oh, I could tell you got it cut, trimmed. Even no, I wanted it to look like something. I wanted to have a structure, something that fits his head. Now he does want like a little bit off the top. I'm so glad I got these scissors so I don't have to use my trimmers. Okay, he just wants a little bit off the top. Sometimes people use clippers or trimmer to trim the edges or the flyaways or whatever. He wanted just a little bit, and now I'm just taking some off the top. Make sure y'all use like the face cover thing so y'all won't be getting the products in their eyes, and so they won't be having to clench their eyes and all that. It just gives them it's like a different experience. Not a lot of people get an experience with like a face card or anything like that. So, and they tell me. So, yeah, they pay extra attention. Now I am just seeing how I'm gonna cut his hairline, and y'all can just watch me do it. Watch me how I prepped it. I prepped it with the spray. His hair was clean, so I didn't want to use any alcohol. Um, but yeah, I'm just seeing where his hairline is and making sure I go the right way. Make sure I don't push his corners up too high because the right corner is a little bit light, but it's not too crazy. But I go ahead and line them up, and y'all can watch me do that. Now, if y'all don't know, I do use flow enhancements. Okay. As of right now, it's between flow enhancements and I don't know if it's like the perfect barber or whatever barber. It's something. I use that sometimes, but mostly right now I'm using flow just because I got a good response on it. So um yeah, that's me going with it. But I'm not doing nothing too crazy. I just want to darken up his hairline just a little bit. Um, he's got cut hair before, so he's not like brand new to enhancements. So yeah, yep. And then I go in after I do this. I use my tan pencil from a company called Royal. It's a black owned company, and yeah, I use them. Now going with my T Pop Ghost Trimmer just because this is zero gap and I've gotten the sharpest lines out this clipper. I mean out this trimmer. And when it comes like I don't know what it is. Y'all see how that pencil is fading? I'm telling you, sometimes I use like oil sheen to help me remove the line and fade it out more, but it's something with this ghost trimmer that I don't even be needing it. And y'all see how it's faded. All I want is a little bit, like a little bit of fade. I don't want it there too much, but I go ahead and hit the corners with it. I'm barely touching his skin just to lose hairs that's there. Now I go ahead and ask him the magic question. He had his headphones in the first time, but I was like, the magic question is, if you want me to change anything or if you want me to do anything, let me know. And then if not, we can just, cash out and move on, basically. I think this is how I exactly say it. Let me know if you want me to change anything or do anything to it. Yeah, I go with it like that because I want them to know to let me know if there's anything wrong. I'm not perfect. I can't be spot on, but I'm not perfect. Now he wants the little sponge on top. So sometimes I use foam and sometimes I use the spider wax. For his, for him, I'm using the spider wax because the foam, he has super curly hair and I don't want to deal with the wetness and having to dry it. So I don't use gel, but I do use this wax here. Um, I'm not like a big fan of gel. Um, just because I'm not like a super product person to where I put gel in my hair because I feel like I have to immediately wash my hair after I put gel in it. So the spider wax is like a very good consistency and it doesn't stay in your hair for some reason, and I don't know, it's like it fades away in a sense. It's like gone. But anyway, I'm using that Bow Wow sponge. Okay, I use this because I get to wash it and clean it off, and I don't have to deal with like any hair sticking on it. All right, y'all, it's your girl POV Bree, and I am done with this haircut. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what y'all want to see from me or whatever the case may be. But this is how the haircut turned out. Y'all seen what he looked like before, and this is how he is now. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to that POV Bree, and I will be back with another video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.